everybody, welcome back to Dave's Acrylic Pouring. I'm Dave. Today we're going to talk about something a little bit different than what I'm normally doing on my videos, and we're going to talk about Lightfastness. Now this is something that I heard, the term that I heard when I first started, and I didn't know a whole lot about it. So through careful, research and whatever, I learned as much as I could, and why is it important to us? Why is Lightfastness? What is Lightfastness, first of all? Lightfastness is basically the permanence of any medium as far as how long its longevity how is it affected? Is it affected, by how long it will last for your artificial or UV lighting? It's also affected by humidity. Those two things are major factors in Lightfastness for your paintings. So that's when you look at a painting, you want to be able to enjoy it for as long as you can. So the Lightfastness is very important to professional painters who want to sell their pieces and have other people enjoy them for a while. Now, in 1984, the American Society of Testing Materials, or the ASTM, back in 1984, developed a system, the Roman numerals 1, 2, and 3, in order to rate basically the Lightfastness of the paint or any medium basically. And what that means is your level 3s are going to be 100+ years of museum quality color that's going to last on that painting. And a Roman numeral 2 would be anywhere from like 25 to 100 years, and the Roman numeral 1 would be from like 10 to 25 years. And that is very important because we want our paintings to last. I mean, that's why we're painting, right? We want them to be seen by as many people as possible to show what we're capable of. So that's why it matters. It matters because we want to make sure that the colors that we're using, or the paint the companies that we're using, will keep up with the standards that we want to provide for our paints, for our customers, and things like that. So without further ado, I'm going to be doing a few different paints here. I've got Master's Touch, I've got Deco Art, I've got Sargent's, we have Folk Art, Apple Barrel, Craftsmart, and this one is another Master's Touch, but this is one of these pre-mixed pouring ones that you can purchase where you don't really need to add anything. You can just take these straight from the bottle and pour them straight on your canvas. So I'm going to be showing you this one as well. We have Artist Loft, Liquitex, and Amsterdam. Now, I'm providing as many as I have right now. I know there are other art suppliers out there that have different paints. I just don't have those, so this is what we're working with today. So, if we want to look at this Amsterdam, we'll start off right here. On the very bottom now, they don't use the Roman numerals on theirs. They have the plus signs. And you see how it's got the 3 plus signs on the very bottom? Now, that is your level 3. That is the best. This is going to last the longest for your light opacity. But that's not strictly for Amsterdam, because they have on this one, you can see that it only has 2 plus signs. So this particular color is going to last less time than this one will. And when we go over to the Liquitex, the right on the bottom, they have a little sun and the numbers inside of it. Now this one right here is a Roman numeral 2, okay? And then this color here, this is the ultramarine blue. This one has a Roman numeral 1. And this Liquitex, this iridescent graphite, is not even rated, and it says it right there. It's got a little NR right there in the sun. So you have to pay attention when you're using your colors, because as your painting gets older and starts to fade over the years, if you're using different Lightfastness, one color is going to fade a little faster than the other color, and therefore you're going to lose some of your composition in your painting. So really pay attention to that when you're doing that. The Artist Loft, when I was looking on here, I did not see anywhere on here where it gave any indication of light fastness on this. It says it does conforms to the ASTM standards, but it does not say anything on here about light fastness whatsoever. Now, this pre-mixed Master's Touch, this pre-mixed one, also does not have any information on it of light fastness. The Craftsman, there again, these are the cheaper kinds of paints that you can get out there, especially like this apple barrel. A lot of people say they don't want to care for apple barrel because it tends to crack a little bit, you know, crazy and everything. Doesn't say anything on the bottle either about light fastness. Folk Art, now this is a metallic one. This is one that I had. I don't see anything on here about color fastness either. We might be able to get on their actual manufacturers' websites and pull off better information, but you know, for the average consumer that we're purchasing these paints, we would like to have some sort of indication telling us what we have on the container. Going back over to the Master's Touch, these are actually on the back, and it says right here on the bottom, it says opaqueness, and then just past that it says light fastness. And this one here is it's a 2+, so that means that this is going to last a little bit longer. It's going to last, you know, your 25 to 100 years on there. On this one, on this particular color, this is vermilion. This one is a 3, so this is going to be a very long-lasting color. The bigger bottles in Master's Touch, they even have the opacity right there on the side, and light fastness right here. And this one is a level 2. And this one right here, this one is a grass green, and it is a level 3. So it's going to retain its color very well. I also have Sargent's, which did not give me any indication on the bottle, the light fastness. I looked over it quite extensively. Deco Art is the same thing. So you want to make sure when you're doing your paintings, if you want them to last, that you're going to use a artist grade or a professional grade paint when you're doing your paintings, so that they will last as long as possible. Your student grade and your lower grade paints are not going to last as long. You know, they'll probably have a minimum of 5 to 10 years for your paints and everything, but those are made a little cheaper with less pigments, so that they won't last as long. So make sure that when you're doing your paintings, if you want them to last, go with your more professional Liquitex, your more professional Amsterdam. Master's Touch is on the lower end of the professional, in my personal preference, but you get what you pay for. I mean, if you want a little bit better paint, you have to get with the better quality paints if you want a better painting. So there you have it. This is a tutorial about light fastness and why does it matter to us. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, pour on.